Hello there, and welcome to Daniel's Infinite Playlist, and today we're going to talk about the excellent debut mixtape from Korean-American artist Yaeji. And for those of you who don't know who Yaeji is, Yaeji is an artist that has made herself known for a very personal and intimate, club-inspired dance music. People have described her music as a person who whispers to you through the club, but I think that it's something more than that, and she has garnered a lot of recognitions through her two debut EPs, EP1 and EP2, and she's done a lot of remixes and collaborations as well, for example, like remixes with Robin, Charlie XX, and she even it was a featured artist on Charlie's third album, Charlie, which was a really great feature as well. But now she's finally come with her debut album, which is called What We Drew, or debut mixtape. It is not really marketed as an album, but more of a mixtape. And this is also her first work for British recording company XL Recordings, which is really cool. So yeah, now we're here with the CD unboxing, and here it is. Here's the album cover, which is really beautiful, and it comes with an OB strip as well, which is really cute. There were a few copies of this album because this is like a Japanese exclusive or something that you could pre-order. There should be some, copies left, but I think you'd have to find them through Discogs or something like that. Anyways, here's the inside, and you see here it comes with a really cute sticker as well. See the booklet, let me just... Here it is, which is, it's pretty simple. It also includes like a lot of, details in Japanese and Korean as well, which I don't really understand, but it also has like a thanks and a sort of like a story, which is really nice. And here's also a poem from Yaeji, which is really nice. So yeah, how is this album musically? Well, musically, this album really, I'd say that it includes, elements from club music and all of that, but it sort of like strays away from that, and Yaeji sort of like creates her own moody electronic music that is so personal and bright and also very catchy at the same time. There are no sort of like dance music cuts, kind of like her song Last Breath or Rain Girl on this album, but needless to say, it's a very great, very great album, because it sort of like polarizes these elements from those dance music songs, and she makes it into something that is clearly very distinct and very very distinct and of herself. Although she uses a lot more, urban elements like hip-hop and all of that, which has already always been a part of Yaeji's own music and sound. So how is this album lyrically? Well, lyrically, this album is very personal. It really details the personality of Yaeji more closely than on her EPs. She was already very open with her feelings and, and all of that with her EPs, but she's sort of like, it dives through in it even more in this album. And it also deals with a lot of questions about identity and where do you belong, but also being proud of where you are and where you've come from, which also kind of like reflects to the album name mixtape name What We Drew, which is a really really great analogy to how this album is and how it sort of reflects it, and also details kind of like the daily struggles that you go through in life. For example, like in the song Waking Up Down, which is really great. And it's also one of the album's more, dancier cuts, even if they're not as straightforward as some of her past work. So yeah, what do I give this album? Well, I give it a 9 out of 10. It is a truly infectious and very, beautiful mixtape. It really doesn't sound like a mixtape at all, because it is so full-fledged and unique in its own sound. She has really, evolved into a really great producer that really knows what sounds great and how to experiment on like with electronica and sort of like making it her own as well. And it is just a really great mixtape through and through. The only thing that really weighs this album down is that some of the album's cuts, sometimes they go a little bit way too long, and sometimes they can be grating, but at the same time, if you like listen to it as a whole, you really understand why these songs are there, because they're also like a part of this project, which is just really nice. So yeah, that's what I really like this album. It is also an album that really opens itself up the more you listen to it. So yeah, be sure to do that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this review. As always, I'm going to review new albums every Wednesday and classic albums every Saturday. So yeah, please give a like and subscribe if you like it. Oh, and as always, I'm going to put the artist links down below. Yaeji is available everywhere, Spotify, iTunes, you name it. It's going to be a little bit hard to get, one of the physical CDs if you really want it, but I bet there are some copies on Discogs or something like that. So yeah, that's it for me. Enjoy music, enjoy life, people. Vi ses. Hejdå!